Hi guys, I just want to make a really quick video on nutrition, and I don't normally do videos on training, nutrition and stuff like that just because I already think there's, a million and one different videos out there on training nutrition, and I think we're kind of drowning in information and we're kind of starving for wisdom. So this is about kind of talking about the philosophy behind what makes more of a balanced approach to eating and nutrition. So hopefully you can get some good insights from it and it can point you in the right direction. So the first point is, don't focus on starving or binging. You have to find the middle ground, and when you focus on either one of them habits feed off each other. For example, if you're in a fat loss phase and you're focusing on starving, that habit actually increases the chances of you binging. And if you're just cutting weight left, right, and center, you're restricting your carbohydrates, fats, and you're just eating proteins, vegetables, and stuff like that, you're more likely going to binge on that kind of diet because you're going to run out of steam quite quickly. So, and if you're binging, if you're more of an overeater, eventually that pendulum might swing, and you might want to try an extreme of actually, cutting loads of foods out to try and stop the binging. And it's better just to find that middle ground where you're maximizing the amount of nutrients you can have based on your goal. So the next thing is, don't think of a diet with an expiration date. Don't think, well, I'm going to only go on this diet for a month or a week. You have to find habits which you can sustain in the long term, which you can do every day without too much struggle. So, you often hear the word lifestyle, and that's because you have to maintain these habits for life. It doesn't mean you're going to be on the same amount of calories for life. It just means you're increasing, good habits which you can sustain to make you healthy. And that's what it's about. It isn't necessarily about just your body composition. It's about actually being healthy. So it's about what you do on a day-to-day basis. So the next thing is, track nutrients, not just calories, because something can be actually high in calories but actually quite healthy. So, for example, whole eggs, natural oils, natural peanut butter, then things are healthy, but they're higher in calories. So you just have to measure the quantity. So you have to measure the nutrients, and if you're actually measuring the nutrients, you're actually measuring the calories by default. So track the nutrients. So, and then the next point is avoid assumption and be brave enough to ask the question, because when if you just taking everything on board, you hear some guy at the gym, who's 250 pounds, 5% body fat, everything he says is true. He could be telling you something which is bad information, and it might not work for your body. So it's more important for you to go out and do your own homework and learn to discern. Not saying that means whatever that guy was saying is wrong, but you have to learn to question it and do your own research and actually try and validate it for yourself. So it's about increasing your nutritional awareness. The next thing is kind of bouncing off the other idea I just said. Don't gain a food phobia. People kind of create rules and weird habits around certain foods, and because someone said it was bad or traditionally thought to be an unhealthy food, they have very weird associations with certain foods, with high sugar, high fat foods or whatever it might be. Foods with carbohydrates are bad or whatever. You have to, again, do your own homework. Nutrition is very much like clothing, and it has to be tailored to the individual, and it's the same with your eating. You have to tailor it to yourself and your habits and your lifestyle. So yeah, the next thing is eliminate the guesswork, and this is kind of bouncing off the other idea I said about tracking the nutrients. You need to be able to measure something if it's working. So, I kind of adopt the philosophy of, whatever gets measured gets managed, because, if you throw a rock in a dark room, you might hit something, but, you can't go at things blindly like that. You have to know where you are and where you stand, how many calories your body needs to gain weight if that's your goal, or to lose weight, or to maintain weight, based on whatever your goal is. Maybe it's a performance goal, I don't know. But you need to know how many calories your body's burning and how many nutrients you need to maximize that goal. So, the next point is, eat a balanced array of nutrients. Don't favor one nutrient more than the other. Have a balanced diet. For me, I kind of look at food as, there's no limitations on me personally to eat any food, to have any allergies or anything like that. And in general, whatever goal I'm eating, every food is game. But it's just the quantity of the food I'm trying to measure. So, for example, if I want to have McDonald's, or maybe I want a pizza, or maybe I want a certain type of meat or whatever it might be. It's about actually measuring the quantity so I can have it based on my goal. It isn't saying, oh wait, I can't have that. It's got this amount. This has got carbs in. I can't have that. This has got a little bit too much sugar in. I can't have that. It's kind of having what I want, but it's measuring the quantity of it so I can have it. If that makes sense. So yeah. The next thing is focus on the bigger picture. So that means actually thinking about the long term. So it isn't necessarily thinking about things on a day-to-day basis or on a week-to-week basis. It's about thinking of things in the bigger picture. So to a point, it is kind of about thinking about certain things on a day-to-day basis, like your habits. what makes the difference is what you're doing on a day-to-day basis, but in the long term, which determines your health and your body composition. It isn't just one food out your day or having a good week of eating and training. It's about how much you can actually maintain that, which is going to produce the most amount of results. So at the end of the day, with nutrition and the points I've just said, it basically comes down to you guys doing your homework and actually, again, learning to discern things and going out and doing your research. Asking people questions about things. It's about becoming a student of the game. And, for the sake of asking someone a question in the health and fitness industry, or looking up something online, looking up some, scientific research on something for 10, 30 minutes, whatever it might be, that actually might break any kind of restricting or binging cycle you might be currently in. And in the long run, it will save you so much time. So, you have to be willing to invest your time and knowledge into this, because in the long run, you're going to be healthier for it, and you're going to have the body you've always wanted. So, as cheesy as that sounds. So, hope you enjoyed that video, and any questions, comment below, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Thanks very much.